Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a few weeks ago, I made a really cool video for you guys around Kondoing your finances. And this video went absolutely nuts. Last time I checked it had done, I think 35,000 views, and the views were growing every day. I was blown away. I was like, wow, actually I've got a lot more tips I can share with you guys that would help you even more. So this video is actually a follow-up video from that. Because when we do this properly and really work hard at cleaning up and reorganizing and tidying our finances, it is seriously magical, as Marie Kondo would say. Now, cleaning up your finances has some really powerful and beautiful flow-on benefits for us. Not only do we understand where we stand financially, but we also reduce and stop that financial leakage and wastage in our lives. We get more meaning and gratitude out of the things that we do choose to spend our money on. And we also start to understand where we stand financially. Where are the areas in our finances that are a bit weak and we need to put some extra TLC in cleaning up. And of course, then from all of this, we create more efficiency in our lives in the way that we use money, but we can also start to set some really uplifting, inspiring, and motivating financial goals in our lives so that we not only clean up our finances, but we really strengthen our financial fitness and well-being. Tip number one is to have a maximum of 4 bank accounts. Now, all 4 bank accounts must be with the one bank, and they must be all viewed within the one app. No more messy online bank accounts floating around in cyberspace. We just lose track of them. We don't know how to log into them. We don't know how much is in them because we can't see them on a regular basis. Just keep it really simple. Each account has a particular purpose. The first one is your everyday bank account that has a linked ATM card. It's where all your daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly expenses come out. The second account is your life plus emergency money. The life account is like a financial float. It should always have at least a couple of $1,000s in it to keep you out of trouble, but also to help you plan and prepare for those quarterly, biannual, and annual expenses that end up being larger amounts that can be a bit of a financial punch in the guts if we haven't prepared for them correctly. The third account is your lifestyle account. It's where you have a simple lifestyle goal such as saving up for your next holiday or a new car or maybe a new beautiful handbag. And then the other account, which is your last account, is your financial goal account. Now, I have actually made a very detailed video already for you guys explaining how to manage these 4 accounts because it makes managing not only your budget but your cash flow so much easier, and is something that I do myself and I highly recommend and really keeps you out of trouble when it comes to managing your money. It keeps it neat, tidy, and organized. So I've linked not only that in the video description box below for you, but I also link it at the end of this video for you for greater efficiency. Tip number 2 is to pay your bills the moment you get them. Now, there are a couple of benefits to doing that. Number 1, it creates so much more space from the mental clutter in our brains. We get it over and done with out of the way. Another great way of taking this to the next level is actually to set up a direct debit so that not only you don't have to worry about actually getting a bill, they just automatically debit your account, your everyday account, with that particular amount that's owed on that bill. But one of the great benefits of doing this is it removes that false sense of security. When we delay paying our bills, say to the end of the month, our cash accounts sit higher than what they really should. And it gives us a false sense of security, and we might be tempted to go out and buy that new top, conveniently or even accidentally forgetting about the $300 worth of bills that are due at the end of the month. So do yourself a massive favor, stay tidy and on top of your finances and pay those bills the moment they come into your life. Tip number 3 is to declutter your home by selling your unwanted items to the secondhand economy, and with that money going and minimizing the financial stresses in your life. For example, you could go through your wardrobe and sell any dresses or tops or handbags or shoes that you no longer wear, that no longer spark joy in your life. And with the money you get from those items, you put them towards removing or reducing or extinguishing any financial stress in your life, such as credit card debt. Number 4 is to simplify your financial goals. Now, this may sound funny coming from me, but I know how we can really overload and sometimes even overwhelm ourselves when we're feeling really motivated and inspired with too many financial goals. Keep your goals really nice and simple. Make them really easy to follow and with simple deadlines. In my next book, Mindful Money, I talk about your number. What is your number in your heart that would allow you to be financially free? And then simply build all your financial activities and actions around building that passive income number. So what I recommend you do is have a maximum of 3 financial goals, but have them as a priority. So for example, your first goal will be to pay off your credit card debt. Your second goal would be to build some emergency money. And then your third goal would be to save up for the deposit on your first home. This means not only are you very focused and have a great sense of vision and purpose with your financial goals, you know exactly what to do as your number 1 priority, and you can progress through the list in a really efficient way to successfully achieving your goals. The 5th tip is to have financial boundaries within our budget. Just like Marie Kondo recommends that everything must be put away in its home within the confines of a cupboard or a drawer, exactly the same with our money. So for example, you would have a financial cap on how much you spend per week on, say, groceries, how much you would spend per month on going out socializing in restaurants and bars, how much you would spend per month on clothing. Now, the great thing by doing this, it keeps you accountable, but it keeps you safely spending and enjoying your money within a safe playground. Now, for myself personally, I have a certain amount within my budget that I allocate, for example, to clothes. Now, there might be months where I don't actually buy anything at all, and that's perfectly fine, but it gives me the freedom and choice to use those savings to put them towards my other goals, such as my lifestyle goal account or my financial goal account. And there may be months where, for example, something I want to buy is a little bit more than what's in my allowed boundary budget. And that's okay. I can potentially still get it, but I must then look for other creative ways to help save, earn, manifest, or even hustle some extra money so that I can still go ahead and buy that item because it's an item that sparks joy in my life. So make sure you have a budget and your budget has realistic, safe boundaries for you to keep your finances tidy. The 6th tip is consolidation for both your loans and your superannuation or retirement accounts. If you have investment loans with one bank, a mortgage with another bank, a car loan with this bank, a personal loan with another bank, it's just messy. It's really hard to stay on top of your finances and also get those debts coming down. And if you get it consolidated and it's a larger size loan, you are more likely to get a better, lower interest rate, which is going to add even more efficiency and tidying up of your financial leakage. And of course, then there's your superannuation. Ideally, you should only have one superannuation account that your employer is paying into on a regular basis, and it should always be invested in line with your long-term financial goals and risk profile so that it is neatly organized and tidy and working for you. Because remember, your superannuation is your investment portfolio. It's just simply locked away. And then the 7th, and probably my most helpful tip out of both videos for tidying and organizing your personal finances, and that is to utilize your superannuation account to own and pay for your personal insurance policies. Most superannuation companies will offer you or allow you to have life cover, TPD cover, and income protection through your superannuation. And these premiums are paid for out of your superannuation account rather than from your direct cash flow, such as your everyday banking account. This can actually help save you some money and add more efficiency towards your financial goals because the premiums are no longer being taken out of your everyday account but out of your super account, which frees up the cash flow for you to be able to focus on achieving your other financial goals a lot sooner and with a lot greater efficiency. But of course, with the premiums coming out of your superannuation account balance, you also need to be careful and mindful as to the impact of that so that it doesn't deplete your retirement money. Now, in my next book, Mindful Money, I actually talk about all of these things in so much more detail. And not only do I talk about what insurances I recommend for everyone, but I also share my top 4 favorite superannuation accounts that tick all the boxes for me. And trust me, I'm really fussy when it comes to where I'm going to invest my money and how. So you will definitely want to grab yourself a copy of this book. All right, everyone, good luck, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.